With the slow removal of gender roles, it seems that women are now tired of trying to date men. But part of that also has to do with when you remove gender roles, you also remove certain assumptions with job responsibilities around the house. And when you get rid of that assumption that you usually can rely on so well, it becomes like a game of not me. I'm not going to wash the dishes. What's wrong with your hands? Or I cooked, therefore you should wash the dishes. Or I should wash the dishes. You cooked. And therefore there's nothing shared in the responsibility anymore. Start sharing responsibility, y'all. It takes a lot of headache out of so many relationships.
We'll start with you, Diamond. Hi. Why do you have no desire to date?
Men are exhausting.
Okay, I agree.
I don't know if it's like the fact that men and women are just pulling so far apart from each other now, but like there's no like common ground with men these days.
There could be common ground if y'all bothered to look for it or to find it, or to not be so protective of your laziness. It can be found, but did you look for it? I'm thinking not.
I feel like every conversation I have with a guy, we're about to argue over something that's really not that deep. You know what I mean? We just don't see eye to eye. And I don't need the stress. You know what I mean? Like, please just go away. Leave me alone.
This next part is a little bit more of a mixture to where, to an extent, some men have been gypped or scammed in a way out of a woman who they think has a certain set of virtues and skills, just to find out she has none of them. And then they're stuck with all the kids while she's gone to parts unknown, and it's a divorce and it's horrible. But at the same time, demanding that a girl kind of like prove her virtue that she claims to have. It's a reasonable request. Just don't do it on the first date. And don't make it sound like, yes, I want to marry the hotel maid who only acts like the hotel maid for the rest of our lives, who sometimes sleeps with me. If that's basically the vibe you're going to give the girl, I can't deny it. She'll run to the hills. She's gone. Totally gone. But at the same time, men miss being treated almost like they're special, but in a weird way. That's what the girl is supposed to be, the special one. So if they go and flip it, it's a little bit gay. But then with the feminization of America, it kind of makes sense. If you feminize one thing, it kind of starts going over the other. And then it's a mixture of, I don't want to be your mommy, but at the same time, men are looking for someone to be a mother to their children. So if it's presented correctly, this doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Also, men feel like you have to prove something to them because the internet has made them feel as if they're the prize by themselves.
Wow.
You know, it's just like, can you cook? Can you? Like, we all need to be able to feed ourselves.
Wait.
Again, this goes back to, I don't want to be his mommy, but at the same time, guys are still looking for someone who can cook and clean if they have kids. There's just certain specific general roles that clearly won't die no matter what the world does. And to some extent, I do agree with their need for organization to keep the world a smoothly running place. And there's just certain jobs I wouldn't trust a guy to do, at least if you want it done right. But at the same time, when it comes to the big things, we need to have the coming together of the minds to where girls shouldn't be so afraid to be mothers or to trust men enough to actually support them in having that family. Because the assumption is that they're not going to be supported. Just to show an example of how bad things have gotten as far as feminism infecting our society, there's this guy, he's a comedian named Tyler. He's able to prove through agents and whatnot that he couldn't get booked on anything other than comedy, because that still reigns supreme, but any like sitcoms or anything because they weren't looking for white men. Now, this guy is very unassuming. Now, look at this picture. Does that look like a face that would harm anybody? If you didn't know who I was talking about, Tyler was the dude in the middle who's a foot shorter than everybody else. But the reason he was fired from doing Greg Gutfeld, because he'd been doing it for like a year and a half. He met a girl around the Fox News office. They hit it off. He gave her his phone so she could put her number in it so they get coffee later. That was it, just coffee. And all of a sudden, the security over there tackles him, gets him out of the way, and says, dude, you're going to get reported for assault or harassment. It's like, what are you talking about? They never said in the story that the girl who put her phone number in there had anything to do with what happened afterwards. She was right as rain. But somehow the other females in the office were so anti-male that they basically got him fired for asking a girl to go out with her. And then they wonder why they can't get dates or why they're so tired or why the system is so broken against them. This is why. Stop destroying what is good. Build things up in society. If it's BS, say so. Respect for folks. That's all it needs to be. Just stop being brats. Grow up. And let a guy ask you out for a frickin' cup of coffee without the feminazis trying to destroy another piece of what's good in this world. Who knows? He didn't say he was going to marry her. He said, I just wanted to go talk to her with coffee. That was it. And what I've seen in this guy, he's not kidding. He's not some suave, two-faced con artist. He's a comedian. He can make you laugh. That's it. But then he wasn't even allowed to go on the date because feminazis thought that a girl had been harassed by a white male. Yeah, if you want to see harassment, just look at all the girls who harass their boyfriends when they break up with them because the girls didn't agree to the breakup. Now that's some criminal activity.